Motherfuckers! It's time! Yeah, time, bitch! Motherfuckers! Oh shit, Luke. Fuck that shit. I told you be muted, bitch. Why you done this to me? Fucking show's ruined. Show's over. Go away. Get out of here. I don't want you. I don't want you peoples no more. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, I'm wearing my my fedora slash trilby slash whatever the fucking shit you want to call it today. It's a beautiful thing, a beautiful adornment to my wonderful personage. Free Kekistan, brother. Free fucking Kekistan. Kekistan has been oppressed for too long now, motherfuckers. You can't keep a good Kekistani down. Not forever. Ha ha. Oh, I love me some Kekistan. Nothing better. But you know who loves it even more than me is my friend Paul. Paul's ego. He loves Kekistan. Oh, he loves it. It's like his favorite fucking meme ever. Hashtag Kek Lives Matter, dude. Kek Lives Matter. It's about time people realize that. Oh, yeah, bitch. Burn the flag. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen here on Abandoned Hope? Anything could happen. Well, not anything, but, you know, lots of things. The flag could be burned. That's something that could happen. That is within the realm of feasibility. I don't know how likely it is, but it is at least feasible. Yes, that's true. Today's Abandoned Hope is brought to you by Red Bull, official energy drink of fucking crazy, shitty neckbeard, edgelord fucking faggots who drape the American flag over themselves and fucking hit on their shitty gas station vapes. And then cough like bitches just from taking a little vapor hit. Wow, TJ, could you be any more of a faggot? I see that 53 people have already given this a thumbs down before I even started it. I guess they were psychics because they knew ahead of time that this was going to suck, that this was going to be 100% pure liquid fail from beginning to end. Not really sure why the fail took a liquid. I could have said gaseous fail or solid fail. It doesn't really matter. But it's liquid fail, like diarrhea. Oh, I love it. I love it, guys. Oh, I love it. Just like I love each and every one of you with all my heart, with all my fucking soul. All right, so all right. Gay, wow, bisexual, whoa, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. It's coming quick. Calm down, chat. I know you all want your say, but you need to form an orderly line and speak one at a time, preferably in alphabetical order. You know? Ooh, eggplants. That's sexy. Ooh, love you, TJ. I love you too, Great Ferrix, or whatever the fuck your name was. You son of a bitch. You know, you come over here. You come by Daddy TJ's house. He'll give you a spanking or some candy or both. Maybe he'll give you candy for spankings. You never know. Fuck you people. Fuck every last one of you. I'm just kidding. You know I love you. Anyway, if you want to be as awesome as me, I have a new t-shirt available. You too can join the Neckbeard Army. Yeah, bitch, Neckbeard Army up in this motherfucker. I actually, let's see, I'll show you the art by itself. There it is. I mean, for those of you who don't know, it's like a fucking parody of the Uncle Sam, I want you to fucking be all that you can be, U.S. military bullshit. But this is to join a better army than the U.S. Army. This is to join the Neckbeard Army. The good thing about the Neckbeard Army is you don't actually have to do anything. You just have to argue with people on the internet and be a troll and be a dick and be an edgelord and shit. And, you know, pretty much most of you I see from the chat have already got that down. So you might as well have the shirt as well. You might as well let people know, hey, this is what I am. This is what I fucking stand for. You can buy the shirt. tinyurl.com/TJ shirts, or of course you could just go to the link in the description section down below, right down there somewhere if you're watching this on YouTube. I think it's in the same place if you're watching this on VidMe later. Whatever, doesn't fucking matter. Praise Keck and praise America and praise Hunter S. Thompson, who is on my shirt, and praise fedoras. And praise also this hat, which is I think slightly cooler than a fedora, but also a little bit cringier somehow. Anyway, just got a fucking super chat in there. Let's take a look at that horse shit. TJ, can you please berate the 80 fuck faces who disliked the stream? No, so far I agree with them. This stream fucking sucks. This stream is dog shit. If anything, the people who gave it a thumbs up must be retarded if they liked something this juvenile, this sophomoric, this hideous and wrong. This show is an affront to YouTube, and is proof that whatever acclaim I've ever had at any point in my existence has been undeserved, and I'm a piece of shit, and etc., blah, blah, blah. The bit continues. Daddy TJ, when is Eggs 4 happening? Otto von fucking Bitchmark up in here, everybody. Eggs 4 is happening when, I don't know. I mean, I guess it'll happen September 11th. That seems good. We'll make it the same day as terrorism happened. And we'll dedicate it to the victims of 9/11. I gave about tree fitty. Cool. I appreciate that. You're a kind soul. You're too kind. I'm sure some of you are curious. I haven't seen anyone asking about it explicitly, but I'm sure there are curious parties out there in the audience who would like to know. Let's see the ass of the day, TJ. Let's see the fucking ass of the day. Let's see. Neckbeard Army is the only army that will defeat ISIS and North Korea. Well, from now on, you guys have to unlock the ass of the day by someone giving Tree Fitty and saying ass of the day. And then, and only then, will I come over here and remove this chat and show you today's ass of the day, motherfucker. Turn up your volume, TJ. Don't you have a volume switch on your motherfucking shit? My volume can't get no higher. It's already cranked up to the max. Here. Like, okay, this is as loud as it goes. I think that's too loud. I feel like that's too loud. Fuck that. I'm going to do it right here. I don't know. Did I miss the ass of the day? Oh, no, I didn't. Buy Paul a North Korean flag and hang it behind him. We all know Paul supports that regime, so I don't fucking think that matters. Where's the Tree 50? I don't see the fucking Tree 50. This is a TH is a Ritaw. Okay, cool. You ain't paying me to look at ass? Damn right. Somebody's going to pay. Because until I see that Tree 50 that says ass of the day, you ain't seeing the ass of the day, bitch. Oh, motherfucker gave me $20. Fuck yeah, stocks. Stocks. Oh, $20. Oh, Tree 50. What's an AOD? I don't know what an AOD is. All right, I'm just fucking with you. Bazoom, bitch. There you go. There it is. Yeah, let me know what you do with that ass, motherfuckers. Yee-hoo. Let me know what you do with that ass. Crank that audio back up. It's fine. It's fucking fine as it is. Fuck you. This is the volume this shit is happening at. You don't like it? Suck a dick. It's fucking plenty loud. I can see the little bar going up the thingamajig right there. I can see it. It's fine. It's good. You know what's what. Oh, yeah. Kill yourself, TJ. I'm already killing myself. I'm killing myself for you. Hannah L. I guess you can't see her right now. Oops, that ain't the one. She wants the dick of the day. Well, it certainly wouldn't be mine. And you know what? If YouTube wasn't such an oppressive, fascistic fucking regime, you could have dick of the day. But unfortunately, YouTube is an oppressive, fascistic fucking regime. And so I can't show you a big floppy dick here on this channel. I would do it. I want to do it. I'm this close to fucking doing it. But I can't do it because YouTube would ban me. YouTube would ban me. YouTube would say, you're a real jerk off, and they'd fucking kick me off the site. Which increasingly looks like it's probably going to happen eventually any fucking way, so whatever. But anyway, yeah, got my fucking shirt here. That shit is for fucking sale. And you could buy it. It's how much is it? $21.99. For $21.99, you can get it. It comes in all kinds of colors. You get it black. You get it fucking navy blue. You get it fucking light blue. You can get it this fucking crazy ass orange, yellow shit. You can get it fucking salmon colored. Or pink, if you want to call it that. Or you can get this fucking grungy ass green shit here. You know, join the neckbeard army. Let people know that you're a fucking neckbeard asshole and to stay away from you in social situations. Let them know, people. Stand up for your right to be a fucking disgusting neckbeard faggot. Let them know. Let them know. Die, TJ. Good, I will. I'll die, I don't know when. But eventually, yes. Yes, I will perish from this earth. That will be an occurrence at some point at a future date. Magically enough. All right, fuck off that thing. Oh, by the way, the guy who designed the shirt, he's here on Twitter. His Twitter handle, whatever, is @Reaper of the Ritz. And you could fucking go. He only has 10 followers right now. Get this motherfucker some more followers. Look at this art shit he does. See this shit? This is all this guy's drawings and shit. Look at that. Look at that, all that I don't think that one was his, actually. But look at all this shit. It's fucking impressive. Go follow his Twitter. Let him know. Let him know that you want to see his shit. Let him know that you want to fucking, I don't know. What do you do to artists? Give him money and commission shit from him. See if he'll draw you like a big-titted Futanari bitch or something. It'll be magical. Oh shit, more chats coming in. You walk 3/10 of a mile to your friends, and then 5/10 of a mile. Is that 5/10? Why don't you just say half a mile? How far did you walk altogether? I don't know. Here is your 666, my lord. Thank you. Thank you for monies. So magical. So delicious. Drugs. Everyone loves drugs. Is it supposed to look like my head is attached to her body? No, I could try to do that, though. How's that? Is that better? Ass and titties. Oh, shit, a $15 faggot. Let's just put this back up here for now. TJ, I know you are angry and hard on yourself, but I just wanted to say your videos bring a lot of joy and laughter to my life. Much love / fish cum. Neat. I always wanted love and fish cum, dude. All right, so a lot of what I'm going to talk about here today on this edition of Abandoned Hope is this Charlottesville, Virginia shit. I'm sure that you guys have all heard about this stuff that went down in Charlottesville, Virginia. Started over a statue of Robert E. Lee, Civil War general for the Confederacy. And some right-wingers showed up, and some Confederate supporters showed up, and some neo-Nazi type motherfuckers showed up, and of course some liberal protesters showed up, and some fucking crazy Antifa motherfuckers showed up, and it got real fucking, nuts and shit. And at some point, a motherfucker got into his car and ran some of the liberal protesters over, and this is that basically. Man charged with murder for allegedly. I mean, there's video of it. I don't know how alleged it is. Plowing into crowd in Charlottesville following white nationalist rally. Let's take a look. This here is the motherfucker what done it. James Alex Fields Jr., 20 years old, of Maumee, Ohio. Pictured here, this is on the 12th, so that's yesterday. This is the mugshot released by the sheriff's department or whatever. And you can see him here. And you've probably all seen the fucking videos that happened.
The governor of Virginia says 3 people are dead following the violence in Charlottesville. A state of emergency declared after white supremacists and counter-protesters clashed.
Dude, I love the tiki torches, dude. That's one thing I'm definitely going to say is that I really love the fact that these white supremacists or Confederacy people or whatever this group identifies as, I'm really glad that instead of fucking going and making some real torches that would actually look respectable, they just went to fucking Bed Bath & Beyond and got some fucking tiki torches that you have at your fucking backyard barbecue and march with those in their fucking polo shirts and shit. Oh, it's just too rich. Oh, God, I love it.
Starting on Friday, white nationalists assembled some swinging torches. Police dispersed the crowds, calling it an unlawful assembly. But the violence reached a new level on Saturday afternoon when a car plowed into the group that was protesting the white supremacists.
And a car just plowed through. hundreds of people.
The fatal crash taking the life of a 32-year-old woman. The suspect identified as a 20-year-old white male. And two Virginia State
He's
police
a white
officers,
fucking
Lieutenant
male.
H.J. Cullen and Trooper Pilot Burke M.M. Bates.
Yeah, they just died because they're retards that crashed their helicopter, though. They weren't actually attacked by anybody. I don't know. I love the fucking tiki torches. We'll delve more into this guy. What's his fucking name again? This James Alex Fields Jr. We're going to look more into him as we progress through a slew of fucking stories about this. But for now, I just wanted to get it out there in your heads in case anyone in this fucking room just didn't know about this event. It's kind of important that you know this happened for some of the other stuff we're going to cover. So this guy right here, maybe he's a right-winger, maybe he's a white supremacist. I don't know how far to the right his views go or how racist he is or whatever. But he was, he's with the side that's, in favor of the statue. And he ran some people down in his car. That's basically it. Oh, yeah. So here's a little article that's going to teach us some biographical details about this fucking faggot. Hold on. Got a super chat. What does white nationalist even mean? Is there a difference between white nationalist and white supremacist? Yeah, there is a difference. Now, there's probably way better, smarter people that could explain this to you than me. But a real simple way of grasping the difference between the two, a white nationalist doesn't necessarily believe in the supremacy of the white race. They just want to live in an all-white nation. Like they might not necessarily think that the white race is superior to other races, but they just think that it's better off on its own, and whites should stick to whites, and they probably think that of all races, that people should just stick to their own kind. Now, that person may believe in the superiority of the white race, or they might not. They probably do, but not necessarily. They just believe that they want to live in an all-white nation, all-white communities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas a white supremacist would inherently believe that the white race is superior to other races and that they're just inherently better and probably have some sort of dominion over others and, so on and so forth. So that's pretty much a pretty good explanation, I think. Yeah, motherfucker. Well, let's learn a little bit about this fucking guy. Aside from the fact that he has a fucking faggot ass haircut. Mr. Fields, 20, was born in Kenton, Kentucky, to Samantha Leah Bloom. Okay. Hopefully no relation to my friend Howard Bloom. He was living with his mother until 5 or 6 months ago when he moved to his own apartment in Maumee, Ohio, according to an interview that Miss Bloom gave the Toledo Blade. They've moved to Ohio from Kentucky about year ago. What, did fucking Grug the Caveman take over writing this shit for a second? About year ago. Hold on, I'll make this a little bigger so you guys could see it a little better. Oops. That's not what I wanted. I'm controlling the wrong window there. There we go. Little bigger. Okay. Now let me make this a little smaller over here. There. Okay. Sorry about that. A little technical difficulty. Living with his mother until 5 or 6 months ago. Okay, so that's, who cares? Mr. Fields' father died before he was born. Sad. So sad. If only he had a daddy, maybe he might not run them peoples over. A friend and former neighbor of Miss Bloom's in the condominium complex where she lived until last year remembered her son as a quiet teenager who kept to himself a lot. So basically, this is the same shit you hear about every one of these motherfuckers that does something like this. He was always quiet, and he always kept to himself, and he never fucking said nothing to nobody, and blah, 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 blah. Did you see that guy tease video about the case for libertarian fascism in response to you? Any words? I thought about responding to that, but then I realized he was literally defending the position of libertarian fascism. And then I said, why should I open my fucking mouth and waste my breath? Those two things are inherently contradictory, and he's a moron. That's all that needs to be said about that, in my opinion. So yeah, he had trouble making friends in school. Wow, wow, boo-hoo. Okay, so here, look, this fucking sad sack here that ran some motherfuckers down, had a troubled past, and he was real quiet and shy and reserved and shit. So that's his biography, I guess. Just generic loner bullshit. Oh, he's bad because he's bad. Oh, he's so bad. Let's see. Oh, shit. Another super chat coming in. Trump said both sides were wrong. Everybody is slamming him for it, but I don't think violence should be tolerated on either side, so he's actually right. Well, interestingly enough, we will get to that point, and you will hear me address exactly that as we progress through the fucking sludgy miasma of this fucking story, which is far-reaching in its implications, I think. So let's skip ahead to, this is the Twitter of Jason Kessler, who was one of the organizers of the event on the right-wing side. Is he really this autistic? Are you talking about me? Are you talking about me? No, like, how can I concentrate on this story when you're calling me autistic? I'm trying my best, you guys. I'm trying so hard to do the story good, and then this guy picking on me, man. Fuck. Why are you so mean, bitch? Why are you so fucking mean to me, man? God, I hate you. I fucking hate you. All right. I'm over it. I'm over this shit. This is Jason Kessler. This is the motherfucker. He was an organizer for the right-wing side, the Unite the Right fucking pro-Confederacy. Some of them are Nazis. That doesn't mean they all are, but some of them are kind of people and, you know, whatever. So he's you see he's retweeted here. ACLU confirms that police were given stand-down order. This invited the violence the city used to shut down a court-permitted protest. So here's the interesting thing about a lot of what happened here. These right-wing protesters, who I want to make it clear, I don't really agree with them politically at all, but they're there, and they have a permit to be there. They paid for a permit. They filed it. They said, we are going to be here at this time protesting this thing. And the state government, starting with the mayor, who, what's his name? Mayor is this fucking guy right here, Michael Singer, the mayor of Charlottesville, Virginia. Basically did everything in his power to stop this event from going on, to not issue the permit, and even once the permit was issued, basically went out of his way to say, okay, you got the permit to protest there, but the police aren't going to protect you. At this point, the ACLU got involved and said, actually, they have a First Amendment right to protest. They have a First Amendment right to do this, and they're actually entitled to be protected for doing it because they're not breaking any laws or anything. So yeah, you have to give them the same police protection you'd give anyone who was coming to speak there, who had a permit to speak there. You know, it's the responsibility of the state to provide security for this event, as they would do for any other group. So the state relented and said, okay, yeah, we will allow the police we will have police protection for the protesters to keep them safe and stuff, and to make sure that everything's under control. But a lot of people on the right who are part of this protest are alleging that basically The police were told not to act. The police were told not to protect them. The police were basically hamstrung by the mayor of the city and perhaps even by the governor of the state. They were told, no, don't defend anyone who's here protesting. Just let the mob at them. So if that's true, then that means that these two guys here, misguided though I'm sure plenty of their politics are, they're absolutely right when they say, Governor Terry, the blood is on your hands. Protect free speech, not Antifa violence. ACLU, police told stand down. Why? Why were the police told to stand down if indeed the police were told to stand down? Why would that happen? Well, let's explore that a little deeper. So first of all, here's the guy whose Twitter I was just reading you. He tried to do this morning a press conference to talk about what happened. But as we're about to see, actually, I don't think this is the video here, but there is video of this out there. Let's see if this is one of these. No, none of these can be played. Okay, here's him trying to give a press conference here. All right, so the press conference is not going well. You see that an angry mob is now attacking him. He's having to run away in fear of his life and shit. You know, he's trying to get out of there, but he can't. And for some reason now, my mouse seems to have vanished. No, there it comes again. Okay, that was scary because I thought I might lose my whole playlist here, and then I'd have to pause and recreate it. No, but this guy Jason Kessler, tried to do a press conference today to discuss what happened and probably to voice some of his concerns about how the police actually didn't do their jobs and didn't protect him and his people and allowed this event to get out of control. But, you know, he no more opened his mouth than a group of hostile people jumped on him and started beating the shit out of him and probably would have severely injured him if not for the fact that he ran. And the police were at this point able to hold a mob back. But, you know, it's amazing that this guy couldn't even tell his side of the story. It was just, you're evil, you're bad, you're a murderer, you're responsible for what happened. No one else is responsible for what happened except for you and your kin. And we're going to fucking attack you. And we're going to make sure that you don't even have a say, that no one can even hear what you have to say on this matter, that anything that I mean, like, isn't it kind of strange that this guy is so dangerous that we can't even let him speak for a fucking second before a huge mob attacks him? And, you know, like, I remember a story about Voltaire, and maybe this is apocryphal, maybe it's true. But Voltaire, you know, he's a Frenchman, and he was in Britain, and an angry mob of anti-French people cornered him, and they were going to fucking hang him. But he said, oh, you wish to kill me? Isn't it bad enough that I was born a Frenchman instead of a fine British person like yourselves? And the crowd, he was able to get the crowd on his side, and they started cheering like, yeah, he admits the French suck. Ha ha ha. He admits our superiority. He's okay. This guy didn't even get the chance to say some pithy shit like that. He opened his mouth, a fucking syllable fell out, and a huge mob of people just pounced on him, beat the shit out of him, and chased him out of town. And if you read people on the left, they're acting like this is so awesome. This is so great. Isn't it great how we shut this guy up? Well, I mean, I don't agree with him any more than you do, but no, That's not great. That's kind of antithetical to the idea of what this country is supposed to be. Anyway, I see I have a super chat. I know I missed a few. I apologize to anyone whose super chat I missed, but I don't want to disrupt the flow of things here. Hey, TJ, longtime fan here of you and DP. Thanks for all the laughs and insights over the years. You guys were fairly instrumental in helping shape my moral compass in my younger years. Peace. Well, you got a fucked up moral compass if you got it from me, man. But okay. Good for you. I'm glad. And thank you for your 10 pounds or euros or whatever the fuck that symbol means again. I love you. So, now that we've discussed some of those aspects of things, I want to actually listen to this fucking guy here. This is the mayor of Charlottesville. And we're going to take a listen to what he has to say and who he thinks is to blame for what happened here.
You said you placed blame for these terrifying events, quote, right at the doorstep of the White House and the people around the president, unquote. That's a...
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you know. Of course it's Trump. It's always Trump. Thanks, Mason Mitchell. Trump is this Trump did this. Let's be honest. I mean, Trump, he probably planned this whole event. He's probably funding all of these Nazi organizations and shit. Trump is just, it's all him. It's always been him. You know, just look at what he's done. Look at what he's done to America, folks.
That's a very strong charge to level. Why do you think the president himself bears responsibility?
Well, look at the campaign he ran. I mean, look at the intentional courting, both on the one hand of all these white supremacist, white nationalist group like that.
So, citation needed on that, maybe? Do you guys remember the Trump ad where he was like, hey, are you a virulent white supremacist who hates all other races? Well, then consider voting for Führer Trump. I mean, I get it. I mean, look, if you want to ask me if I think that there's a correlation between, like, white racism and voting for Trump, I'm going to be honest and say, yeah, there probably is, because there's usually a correlation between being a white racist and voting for Republicans, just like there's a correlation between being a black racist and voting for Democrats. So, yeah, Trump probably did have the white racist vote, just like probably every other fucking Republican candidate has had for, ever since the desegregation shit, ever since the Civil Rights Act. All the Dixiecrats flipped and became Republicans, and probably ever since then, Republicans could count on the fucking white racist vote. So, yeah, but did Trump ever make any direct overtures to racists? Probably the closest thing you could talk about was when he was kind of painting all Mexicans as like, oh, all the Mexicans that are coming over are rapists and criminals, and some are good people, maybe, but that's about the most overtly racist thing you could think of that Trump has said. But he certainly never made direct overtures to, hey, neo-Nazis, I'm your guy. It simply didn't happen. I mean, I understand why liberals want to frame it that way, but it's not real. Let's see what this person says. It's always the fault of someone besides the perpetrators. Isn't that true? That's the great thing about America. If you do something horrible, eventually someone will come and absolve you of responsibility and say it was actually some ideology or some leader somewhere. It was actually them. It's actually those people. Anyway, let's take a little...
Anti-Semitic groups. And then look, on the other hand, the repeated failure to step up, condemn, denounce, silence, put to bed all those different efforts, just like we saw yesterday. I mean, this is not hard. There's two words that need to be said over and over again: domestic terrorism and white supremacy. That is exactly what we saw.
Domestic terrorism and white supremacy. Okay, well, white supremacy, you may not like it. I may not like it. But do people have a constitutional right to be white supremacist? Yes, they do. Do people have a constitutional right to rally together for white supremacist causes and say, yay, white supremacy for life, bitch? Yes, they absolutely do. Domestic terrorism. No one committed domestic terrorism as far as we know. The closest thing would be the guy who ran a bunch of people over, but which that might be domestic terrorism if it's discovered that it was his plan all along to do that. If he came there with the intent of running a bunch of people over, then yeah, we can argue about that being domestic terrorism. But if that's something he decided to do on the fly, like he's in his car and he sees these fucking liberal goddamn protesters, he's like, I'm gonna run them down, fuck them up! If he just made that decision in the moment, then he's just a crazy fucking murderer, which that's not a good thing to be, but it's not the same thing as being a terrorist. So, maybe that's semantics, but
display this weekend, and we just aren't seeing leadership from the White House. We certainly are going to see leadership from cities like Charlottesville, from mayors, from leaders all around the country, left and right, Republicans and Democrats. If there's an issue that can unite this country, that this can be a turning point for this democracy. I think it just happened right now this weekend in Charlottesville. To be honest, it doesn't matter much to me whether he's already on the sidelines, I think, of so many issues, but the country is going to move ahead. This will be a turning point for the country to overcome this.
This is a turning point for the country, all right, but not in a fucking even remotely good way. I'm going to close some of these windows that we've already made use of here. Let's answer this person's question. Who do you think was more of a threat to American secular freedom, Trump or Ted Cruz? It's very difficult to compare what actually happened to something that might have happened. But based on what I know about Trump and what I know about Ted Cruz, I would say that Cruz is definitely a bigger threat to secular freedom. Trump is, I think, not, I don't know if he's an out-and-out atheist, but I don't think he's a very religious person. I think he pays lip service to the Christians and the religious right because he knows he needs their endorsement. But I don't think he has any genuine or sincere faith, whereas Ted Cruz is an outright fucking theocrat whose vision of America really is a Christian theocracy. So I think Ted Cruz does pose the bigger threat there. But, as things stand, Trump poses the bigger threat because Trump has all the fucking power to actually, enact those things. Trump is the king of the frogmen of Kekistan, but I don't think he is a KKK member as far as I know. Well, you don't know very far, though, do you, Otto von Bitchmark? Do you, bitch? So, this guy, first of all, we should take a look here. This guy right here, this guy's Thomas Victor, I don't know if that's how the W is pronounced there, but you look at him and he's obviously a fucking lunatic, and that's fine, okay? We can't say, we can't just dismiss everything a lunatic says, because this lunatic actually he's making some interesting points here. Let's just go through this line of thought on Twitter for a second. So here's his first tweet. He's retweeting Mike Singer, the mayor of Charlottesville, who says, I am heartbroken that a life has been lost here. I urge all people of goodwill, go home. So Thomas Victor says, uh-oh, remember saintly Charlottesville Mayor Mike Singer? And then his second tweet says, and remember how he blamed Trump? And I guess this is another quote here. The president came under criticism when someone said he had not responded strongly enough against racism and that he failed to condemn the white nationalist group by name who were behind the rally. Among the critics was the mayor of Charlottesville, Mike Singer, who said, I do hope that he looks himself in the mirror and thinks very deeply about who he consorted with during his campaign, he said. Well, guess what? This is a article that basically details that stuff I told you earlier about the ACLU, about how this mayor did everything in his power to stop the First Amendment rights of these right-wingers who wanted to protest this statue being taken down. And how they basically admitted, and it's somewhere in here, well, basically they admit that we're not going to provide you police protection if you hold your rally here. We'll give you your permit, but the police aren't going to protect you. This, like he summarizes here, the ACLU says that the Charlottesville Police Department threatened to withhold protection for Unite the Right, which is the big right-wing protest group. The New York Times says the police ran away. You see right here, barricades encircling the park and separating the two sides began to come down, and the police temporarily retreated. People were seen clubbing one another in the streets, and pepper spray filled the air. One of the white nationalists left the park bleeding, his head wrapped in gauze. So because the police temporarily retreated, basically decided not to do their fucking jobs, which the ACLU says they were pressured politically not to do their jobs, and that was an existent threat from this mayoral administration. Because the police were pressured not to do their jobs, the situation got out of hand. All this chaos, all this carnage is something that this mayor that you just saw blaming Trump for the whole thing, it's something that he basically arranged to happen. He knew that the situation was a powder keg, and instead of saying, it's my responsibility as mayor to try my best to contain this situation and to make sure that it doesn't blow up, instead of doing that, he said, you know what? I'll let it blow up, and then I'll blame it all on the white nationalists because they're already the villains and they're already the bad guys, and I'll conflate them with Trump, and I'll spin some political hay out of it, when in fact, he's the one who dropped the fucking ball. He's the one who said, no, police don't intercede in this. Just let these two angry mobs clash. And when they do, and when the chaos erupts, and when the carnage unfolds, I'll stand there over the fucking ashes of Charlottesville and be like, oh my, look what the right wing has done to us. Oh no. It's a fucking pageant. It's a fucking scam. It's a fucking scheme. All right. Now we're going to listen. We're going to listen to Cenk Uygur. We're going to hear his opinion. This video. This video right here is the number 5 trending video right now. So this is a video a lot of people are watching, and you see here I have my metrics here from Videolytics or whatever. 79% of the people who watched it have liked it. It's got about 10,550 thumbs up, 2,678 thumbs down. Let's see which one we're going to give it. Let's see which one we're going to give it. Okay?
All right, I wanted to just talk about Charlottesville for a second. Obviously what happened there is an absolute disaster. All these people injured, 3 killed. 1 actually killed in the violence in the protests, 2 killed in a helicopter crash. Okay,
well, the helicopter crash is, I mean, it's related, but it's kind of unrelated because that's just kind of, helicopters crash. It just crashed. I mean, no one caused it to crash. The helicopter didn't crash because a Nazi shot it down with a fucking bazooka or some shit. It just crashed because it's a shitty helicopter, I guess. I don't know. Or bad piloting. Not sure. Anyway, it's kind of disingenuous to lump that in as if someone killed those poor police officers. That's not what happened. They just kind of crashed.
First of all, at least we have clarity. The Nazis marching with the Confederate lovers. So all of you guys who said, oh, the Confederacy is not racist, I guess that question's been settled.
You know, back in the day, back in the early days of the gay rights movement, NAMBLA used to march with the gay rights parades. So I guess that proves it once and for all that, you know, all these gays are pedophiles, huh? Guess it proves it on Jank. Guilt by association. That's no longer a logical fallacy. Now that's just fucking logic. Jank, I want to like you. I really do. I really want to like you. I used to like you. I really want to like you again. But you got to stop being such a fucking weasel. Please. For me. Or at least be open about being a weasel. At least be like, hi, I'm Cenk Uygur, and I'm a fucking left-wing hack shill piece of fucking fat brown buffalo shit. And here's what I got to say. Because at least I could respect that. You know, at least I could be like, at least he's honest about being full of shit. The old George Carlin routine. Oh. Cenk. I really do. I want to love you. I want to love you, big brown buffalo man. You just don't let me. You put up walls of stupidity. Oh.
And all the other right-wingers that showed up at that march, proudly marching with the Nazis, I guess a lot of those questions have been settled as to where you guys stand. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean every right-winger in the country is a Nazi. I'm talking about the people who...
Thank you for that bit of nuance, Jake. Thank you so much for that little sliver of nuance right there. That doesn't mean every right-winger is a Nazi, okay? Some of them are like half Nazi.
Showed up, okay? And the people who proudly flew that Confederate flag right next to the Nazi flag, okay? So that's point one. Secondly...
what do you give a shit if two people want to fucking fly flags of shit that lost and is never coming back? Because you know what? Despite people claiming the South will rise again, it's not gonna. It just ain't gonna fucking happen. In fact, with sea levels rising, if anything, the South is gonna fucking sink. Literally. So, it's not gonna rise again. And the Nazis, they ain't coming back either. You know, Hitler's Guess Who's Back or whatever the fuck that German movie was. That's not a fucking real thing. Hitler's not going to rise from his grave like, I'm back. It's not going to happen. Both those movements are dead. Both of them are fucking dead and gone, and who gives a shit? It'd be like me walking around wearing a Viking helmet and you being like, you know, those Vikings raped people. It's like, oh shit. Doesn't matter. They're never coming back. They're gone. Vikings are gone forever. Nazis are gone forever. The Confederacy is gone forever. Never going to happen again. Who gives a shit? Even if it does happen, it's not going to happen the same way with the same fucking flag. These are people who are just like, yeah, Nazis, cool. I'm edgy because I got a swastika. Yeah, okay. Big deal. Well, they should have won. Well, they didn't. They didn't, and the world didn't go down that path. So who gives a fuck?
I got plenty of enemies. I'll make another one. Antifa drives me crazy. Just let the clowns march. They like to show up and be a circus and play dress up like a bunch of children.
See, this is the part where Cenk actually starts to get it right. These fucking... He's admitting, like, Antifa and this shit... showing up to fucking, you know, rumble in the fucking Bronx with these fucking, you know, Nazis or Confederates or right-wingers or whatever the fuck hodgepodge combination of those things was there at the event. You know, he admits, like, leave these fucking stupid bastards alone. Leave them alone. Don't go try to start shit with them. Let them have their little stupid spectacle and like, we got our tiki torches and Robert E. Lee, Confederacy, Nazis, woo! Who cares? Let them have it. Let them have it. Let them have their little, the white race will rise again. Because it's not gonna. Their stupid rally is not gonna change the course of anything that's going on.
I know now that they feel ascendant, and I know that it was a lot of them there, but just let the clowns do their clown show. Who cares?
He's right.
You make them feel more important when you show up and,
Absolutely right.
and get involved there. Anyway, the counter protesters, that's not Antifa that were peaceful there. I love you, brothers and sisters.
Cool.
And of course,
Yep. Right wing has their protest. Left wing has their counter protest. That's fine if they're respectful. If they're not trying to bludgeon each other and run over each other and all that shit, cool. Rock on. Have fun, guys. We believe this. We believe that. And most people are just like, You know, the typical American reaction of, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Those people are racist. Oh, man, jerks, huh? Those people are protesting are racist. Oh, jerks. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? That's part of America. Let's go out there and protest some shit. Hold up a fucking sign and be like, this sucks. I disagree. I think this is awesome. Cool. Have your fun.
With you in counter protesting those virulent racists. So now.
All right. So up to this point in the video, we're about halfway through the video. Up to this point in the video, I have disagreed with about half of what Jank has said. And I've agreed with about half of what Jank has said. But now he's getting to the main thrust of the fucking video. The main fucking thrust. And guess what? It's the stupidest fucking shit. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. You're not even... Oh, fuck me. It's... Okay. I don't even know how to prepare you for this, guys. You just really need to prepare yourselves for how fucking dumb this is gonna be. Because it's gonna be real fucking dumb.
Now, but I think the worst part was actually Trump's reaction.
Yep. The worst part was Trump's reaction. The worst part of two angry mobs of American citizens basically fighting each other in the streets, beating each other's faces in, getting blood everywhere, breaking bones, causing chaos, and even some people getting run over by a car and shit. The worst part about all that, Trump. Oh, fuck me. I can't wait till Skynet takes over so we can fucking sit there and listen to Cenk Uygur pull out his fucking cell phone and be like, hey guys, as you might be aware, Skynet has become self-aware and a race of machines has declared war against humanity. Already, 70% of the species has been wiped out by nuclear annihilation. The stragglers left are banding together under the banner of John Connor, a resistance leader who will hopefully lead us into victory against the machines. But the worst part about all this, guys, Trump. Fuck, Cenk! No! Wrong! Wrong! You fat fuck! Trump is not the worst part of a bunch of people clashing in the street, beating each other fucking up. And you know why he's the worst part? You know why Trump is the worst part? Because his response wasn't eloquent enough. His response to this it didn't make me feel all good and warm and fuzzy inside. So Trump is just Listen to Trump. Here's Trump. Here's fucking Trump's speech. Admittedly, it's bad.
We have so many incredible things happening in our country. So when I watch Charlottesville, to me, it's very, very sad.
Why did we elect a moron? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. If your statement on something like this is, listen, it's very, very sad. You have an IQ of a fucking goldfish. I can't even. Whatever happened to fucking, like, couldn't they give him a script? Couldn't someone fucking give him a goddamn script that said something a little bit more eloquent than "it's very, very sad"? Very, very sad. Imagine if you were reading a novel and a novelist described any event in their novel like that, you know? And then Carter died. It was very, very sad. You would throw that book in the fucking garbage can. Well, actually, you probably take it around to your friends and show it to them. Look how much this writer fucking sucks. Hold on. I'm hearing from the chat a very important thing here. Someone has let me know. I can't find the exact one again, but here it is. TJ, my friend here with the hentai avatar, has let me know a bazooka is an anti-tank missile launcher and isn't used as an anti-aircraft missile launcher. Thank you so much for making sure that offhand fucking joke I told earlier was fucking accurate. I'm so glad you're here to fact check me on my fucking jokes. You're so useful. Anyway, more Trump.
I want to salute the great work of the state and local police.
Yeah, he is. He is looking down. He's looking down. Who wrote this fucking shit? Did he write it himself? Don't let him write his own shit. You know, like, couldn't he have said, like, you know, this is a tragedy that tries us all, and, you know, this is these sorts of violent clashes are an affront to the American spirit, and we need to remember that, you know, at one time our country was divided like this, and, you know, like, this already has ties to the Civil War, because what's being protested is that a Civil War statue of a Confederate general, the Confederate general really, is being removed from Charlottesville, Virginia. So there's already a tie to the Civil War here, and there's already people who are like about the Confederacy, and people are like, fuck you, Confederate faggots. So why doesn't Trump evoke that? Talk about, you know, how we don't want to go down this path to Civil War again, and how much it cost us last time, and how, you know, people need to get along, and how even if we have different points of view and different perspectives and different ways of seeing the past, the present, and different ideas about where we should go in the future, we still need to at least restrain ourselves from being violent towards each other. Like, how come he can't say something like that? How come he's just like, it's very, very sad. It's sad. When I heard about it, I cried because it was sad. What a fucking piece of shit president. But he's still not the worst thing.
Police in Virginia, incredible people. Law enforcement.
Yeah, incredible.
People.
Great, the
and
wonderful.
Also the National
Police,
Guard,
good. Tragedy,
really
bad. National Guard, good.
And working hard.
Hard, smart, work,
job.
good.
Federal authorities are also providing tremendous support to the governor. He thanked me for that. And we are here to provide whatever other assistance is needed. Yeah. We are ready, willing, and able.
Ready, willing, and able to provide assistance.
Country. We love our God. We love our flag.
Do you love your guns? Yeah, God. Yeah, government. Fuck yeah.
We're proud of our country.
Where'd my fucking vapor go? God damn it! I need my vapor situation. I can't handle this shit anymore. Situation
straightened out in Charlottesville.
Give me my fucking,
and we want to study it. And we want to see what we're doing wrong as a country.
Oh, yeah.
Where things like this can happen.
Yeah, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? Tell us, Trump.
The sacred bonds of loyalty between this nation and its citizens.
Uh-huh.
But our citizens must also restore the bonds of trust and loyalty between one another.
Yeah.
We must love each other, respect each other, and cherish our history and our future together. So important.
So important.
We have to respect each other.
Okay.
Ideally, we have to love each other.
All right. So there's Trump. Let's love each other. Because remember, he's all about love. Trump's loving. He's love. Love. Okay. So apparently, eager to have their own bloodbath. Kentucky City Mayor says, this is in Lexington, by the way. I don't know why they just don't say Lexington Mayor. They make it sound like it's called Kentucky City. Lexington Mayor is saying that the Confederate statues that they have, they're coming down sooner because of what happened in Charlottesville. So I guess it's just like, hey, you guys see what happened in Charlottesville? That looked fun. Let's do that here. Don't understand. Oh, respect my fucking authority. Ooh. Yeah, Trump is great. Here we go. So this is the mayor. I am taking action to relocate the Confederate statues. I guess, where are you going to relocate them to? Just like, we just don't want them. We're going to keep, I guess maybe he's trying to find a middle of the road solution or something. Like, we won't keep them here, but, we're going to move them somewhere else, Just move them to like some rural area where no one gives a shit. Because it seems like it's only when they're in cities that anyone fucking cares. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about Robert E. Lee. I'm going to just kind of, let's see, we got a picture of this fuck. There we go. Want to talk a little bit about Robert E. Lee. This is a picture of him around the age of 43. There seems to be some fucking misconceptions about Robert E. Lee and who he was and what he believed and shit. So, first of all, it might surprise some of you to know that Robert E. Lee was actually against the United States, the Confederate States seceding from the United States. He was not in favor of that. He actually thought it was a terrible idea. Also, he was not super keen on the whole slavery thing. I won't say that he was some kind of abolitionist, kind of progressive guy who was like, slavery is a great moral injustice in the world and we must crush slavery. Obviously, he didn't believe that. But, yeah, here's the thing. Robert E. Lee, definitely, almost inarguably, the fucking best general of the Confederacy. And in fact, the Confederacy wouldn't have had nearly as much success if they didn't have him, because they were fighting the war at a disadvantage. They had a much lower population than the North. They weren't nearly as industrialized as the North. Pretty much the only thing they had over the North was that they were more fiery and passionate about their cause, whereas the North were kind of just driven by like duty and obligation and stuff like that. What a lot of people don't know is, I don't know how I don't know how many people know this or don't know this, but I do know that some people at least don't know. When the war broke out, Lincoln approached Robert E. Lee about leading the fucking Northern Army. So, the Union Army. And Robert E. Lee faced sort of a dilemma because he was from Virginia, which is one of the states that was seceding, that was part of the Confederacy. And so he had to kind of mull over whether or not he was going to fight on behalf of his state or fight on the behalf of the United States. And you have to realize that at the time, people kind of viewed their state the way they view their country. It's almost like if you moved to, China or something. And then the Chinese government is like, oh, we want you to go to war against America. You're probably not going to do that. You're probably, even if you like China and think it's great, you're probably not going to say, yeah, I'm going to go on China's behalf. I'm going to go to war against, my homeland. So Robert E. Lee was basically like, look, as much as I love the United States, I'm not going to go to war against what I think of as my true country of Virginia just to appease the United States. So that's why he fought for the fucking Confederacy. It wasn't like he was this true believer in like the Confederate cause. He was just a really brilliant military fucking general who got sucked into it because he was more loyal to his state than he was to the United States, which was pretty common at that time. The United States of America wasn't thought of the way it is now because the Civil War hadn't happened yet. It was when the Civil War happened that people had a greater sense of like, oh, the Union is really like this unbreakable fucking thing. So anyway, I want to give you, I'll just tell you that he was opposed to secession, but I'd like to clarify what he believed about slavery. Because it's far from being a progressive position, but it's a lot more enlightened than some of the positions that existed at the time. Here's what he says in a letter to his wife, I guess. In this enlightened age, there are few, I believe, but what will acknowledge that slavery as an institution is a moral and political evil in any country. It is useless to expatiate on its disadvantages. I think, however, a greater evil to the white man than to the black race. And while my feelings are strongly enlisted in behalf of the latter, my sympathies are more strong for the former. The blacks are immeasurably better off here than in Africa, morally, socially, and physically. The painful discipline they are undergoing is necessary for their instruction as a race, and I hope will prepare and lead them to better things. How long their subjugation may be necessary is known and ordered by a wise, merciful providence. So, to summarize Robert E. Lee's view of slavery, he felt that it was, as an institution, morally and politically evil, and pretty much agreed that it's not an institution that should exist. However, he felt that it was a greater evil to the white race than to the black race somehow. I don't know. Maybe he just felt it was undignified or something. Because he felt like black people were better off being slaves to white people than they were being free in their homeland of Africa, and that their discipline, go pick that cotton or we'll whip you, that discipline was good for them because it was going to make them more prepared to go on to bigger and better things. So the first half of his position where he's like, slavery is wrong, it's like, okay, I agree. The second half of his position where he's like, but it's wrong because it hurts white people and really it's kind of good for black people. It's like, okay, you lost me. But he ends it all by saying, of course, you know, it's really God's decision when black people will be freed from slavery. It's not up to men. It's not up to human beings. It's up to God. So he went from, hey, I agree, to that's pretty fucked up, to that's just plain stupid and wrong. But like I said, a much more enlightened position than perhaps people would attribute to Lee. So let's not reduce this guy whose statue is in the city of Charlottesville. Let's not reduce him to some racist caricature of just like, I want to secede from America and I hates black people. Because that's just not accurate. There's really no segue into it, but I really liked this not George Washington, this Abraham Lincoln quote about slavery. But I kind of see that it's a little bit long to read, but I'll maybe get to that some other time. We've already spent quite a bit of time here. What I do? Did I defend slavery? Someone's saying I'm defending slavery? What? I did the opposite of that. What you talk about, motherfucker? That's high school history, LMAO. I never learned it in high school. I never learned it until I watched Ken Burns's Civil War documentary. But yeah. There you go. There's a little history lesson for the people who didn't know, and I'm sure there's plenty because this is America. Well, I guess this isn't all America. Some of you are probably from other countries too. TJ, you're a fucking retard. Why? I don't mind if you think I'm a retard. You can think I'm a retard all day long. The only thing is, I just want you to explain why I'm a retard. TJ, you're a retard because you said this when actually this is the truth. That'd be cool, and I'd be totally fine with that, but you're not doing that. You're just saying, you're a retard because I declare you to be a retard. I am the declarer of retards. I'm the arbiter of retardation, bitch. That's all you said. Oh, you're so beautiful. TJ for president. See 2020 in 2020. TJ Kirk for president of these United States of America. Free titties for all. Titties and beer. Beer and titties. Or whiskey if you prefer whiskey. I don't care. Do what you want. It's time for a Twix break, everybody. The Abandoned Hope Show is brought to you by Twix. I'm going to eat a Twix now. It's going to be beautiful. Fuck you, TJ. I just try to be a good person. Oh. Listen to me chew. That's all you can do right now. God damn, that's a good Twix right there. I sure do love me some Twix. Hey, Sal, come on down, buddy. For those of you saying I'm racist, I have a revelation for you. My own dog is black. Look at him. How can you say I'm a racist when my own dog is black, huh? Come on up. Come be a lap dog. Show yourself to the people. Oh, there you go. Show yourself to the fucking masses. Don't lick me. Don't lick me. Aw. All right, get on out of here. Fucking vermin. Gross. But he's cute. All right, so that's my child right there. I have a black child, and you're gonna fucking call me racist? How dare you? So tasty. All right. This is a fucking tea party. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't see shit. Oh, well, I guess I should talk to these people first. Let's see. My name is actually TJ, and people calling themselves TJ normally irks me a bit, but I'll allow it in your case. Just wanted you to know. I didn't know anyone was actually named TJ phonetically like that, but okay. Guess I learned something. I can't physically scratch your balls, so here I'll do it metaphorically with cash. Well, thank you. My balls no longer feel that terrible itch. Og, we can actually hear you getting fatter. I like that joke better when David Spade did it in Tommy Boy. Shapiro / Sargon are better at holding each side's feet to the fire. Not as bad as normal here, though, TJ. Paul can already choke on a dick for thoughts on this. Shapiro is a right-wing hack, and Sargon definitely leans to the right. If you want someone that's genuinely not on either side, I'm the only fucking one. So fuck you, bitch. I'm the greatest. Everyone that you think is better than me is my vast inferior 1,000 times over. I like Sargon, but Shapiro can go fuck himself, and thanks for the money, bitch. That's all you get. Give me more. Give me more money. Oh shit, another person. Aren't Twixes good, TJ? I like health bars and Kit Kats. I'm sorry, not health bars, Heath bars and Kit Kats, but those are also quite good. Also, I love your videos. I am far and away your largest fan. So that person must be fucking gargantuan. That person probably has to get fucking scooped up by like a bulldozer or something and dragged around. What is that? Am I thinking of a bulldozer with that? What's that thing that scoops? It's a bulldozer, right? No? You don't know? What? Excavator? Maybe I'm talking about an excavator. I don't know. I don't do construction equipment. Yeah, he could be taken around by a crane. Yeah, he's a little fucking mobile crane. Just picks him up, attach a little wire to him, bring him to the next destination. There you go. It's magically delicious. So this is the Virginia governor, Terry McAuliffe. Is that his fucking name? I don't fucking know. This is Terry McAuliffe, and we're going to make him big, and we're going to fucking listen to him talk. Let's hear what he got to say. Excavator, excavator. Oh my God, it's a masturbator. Oh, sorry about that. I have to load some more weed into this pipe before I progress. I'm getting a little too sober, guys. Oh, shit! TJ, why do all BDSM people act the same and listen to Manson? I don't know. TJ, kill yourself, faggot. I'll do it. I'm gonna kill myself fucking slowly through poor nutrition, bad diet, and no exercise. That is my method of suicide.
To all the white supremacists and the Nazis who came into Charlotte.
Sorry, what was that? White what?
Supremacists. To all the white supremacists.
White supremacist? Hey, Scotty, are you a white supremacist? What, Scotty? Are you or are you not a white supremacist, bitch? White supremacist. White supremacist. White supremacist. Deport TJ. Deport me to Brazil so I can have a chick with a big ass jiggle that shit on my motherfucking face. Oh, you a white supremacist? You all white supremacists up in here, man. I look at y'all, I don't see nothing but no white supremacists.
The Nazis who came into Charlottesville today. Our message is plain and simple.
I like the black dude is just nodding. Yeah. What he say, true. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he know. He know. Everything he's saying, accurate, bitch. Yeah.
Go home. You are not wanted in this great Commonwealth. Shame on you.
Shame.
You pretend that you're patriots, but you are anything but a patriot.
Yeah.
You want to talk about patriots?
Yeah.
Talk about Thomas Jefferson and George Washington.
You know, the slave owners.
Who brought our country together. You think about...
No, they didn't. They tore the country apart because we were part of fucking Britain at the time. The whole point was that they seceded from fucking British rule. I mean, they might have brought this country that exists now together, but the country that they were part of, they were actually quite corrosive to. And they were slave owners. So, what? What you talking about, motherfucker? You don't make no sense, bitch. All right, what you got? You know an odd feeling? Sitting on the toilet and eating a chocolate candy bar. Yeah, I guess that is a little weird. Show your tits. Aight. That was disturbing. Here's 10 pounds, I guess, for all your videos over the years. Can you please tell us what you think are your best videos? Maybe I'll put out a list or something. Maybe I'll do like my 10 favorite Amazing Atheist / TJ Kirk videos or something, and I'll let you know, because I can't just do it off the top of my head. I know that I really like It's Only Sexist When Men Do It. I really like the way that came out. I pretty much like all the Wrong Advices videos I did. I mean, most of the ones I did about Justin Bieber, I like most of those. I like the series where I made fun of different age groups, like babies are idiots, children are idiots, teens are idiots, adults are idiots, old people are idiots. I really like those videos. I really like the original Hate Week. There's a lot of shit I really like. I'd have to really fucking sit down and think about it, but those are a few off the top of my head that I think are pretty fucking solid examples of what the fuck I do. But best of all is this episode of Abandon Hope. This is, I mean, like, as I've been making this, I'm like, man, this is the best shit I've ever fucking done, bar none. Nothing I do from here on out is ever gonna compare to this fucking episode of Abandon Hope. I would say you lean a bit to the left, but moderates in the modern age are kind of dead. Someone standing in the middle and simply acknowledging what they don't know is nearly unheard of due to being steamrolled by L&R. What does L&R stand for? I love you, TJ. Well, I love you too, Hail Metal forever. Let's be blood brothers. Let's cut our fucking palms and hold hands and let the AIDS transfer between us. We will become one. We will become one being. It's gonna be fucking beautiful. Oh, I'm jerking off to it right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Hail Metal forever. I love you. Oh, yeah, man. Goddamn. Oh, the fucking eggplant I have up my ass right now just made that orgasm so much more powerful. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, we were listening to this fucking faggot.
About the patriots today, the young men and women who are wearing the cloth of our country.
Yeah.
Somewhere around the globe, they are putting their life in danger. They're patriots. You are not.
Hey, troops. Let me suck the dick of the troops. Because there's no racist troops, you know? I'm sure that no one who's ever been a troop has ever held racist beliefs. And I hate this fucking line of argument, how every time someone fucking, like anybody who fucking even makes a claim to be a patriot or a hero or whatever the fuck, automatically someone plays the fucking troop card. Like that's the only valid thing to really be in life is, yeah, well, the real heroes are the troops. Fuck the troops. They're overrated, all right? Look. I don't really mean fuck the troops, okay? I'm just saying, in comparison to how much fucking credit they get, fuck the troops. It ain't like World War II was yesterday, and we really gotta give mad props to the fucking troops, okay? There hasn't been some shit like that in a while, so, you know, these troops, I mean, they don't just get to coast on the accomplishments of fucking past troops, all right? I'm not saying there ain't brave troops, I'm just saying we're not at a point in history right now where this particular crop of troops did some real amazing shit for us. Are we? Are we there? I don't think we're there. Sorry. Fuck. All right. What is this? Let's just see what we got here. I think bust a sick rap about the retards marching. I am actually a white person, so I can't do that. Couldn't send 666, so here you go, bitch. You're the man. Why couldn't you send 666? People send 666 all the time. Will you ever do another response to that morgue guy? Why? Has he done something else as retarded as that shit I responded to? Biggest fan, not fat, but I am. Okay. Tell us a story that starts with once upon a fat man. Heart, ya have my babies. Once upon a fat man was a bucket load of fucking jizz right on and in his asshole. And the funny thing is this, my friend, that man was you. That man was you. And that semen was mine. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you, bitch. All right, I want to stick my tube stick up your Hershey Highway. How many clams that run me? I think the 5 you've given is probably enough. In order to one-up most of the people giving super chats, here's $5.01. Also, when are we going to get more wrong advices? You'll get more wrong advices when I have more to do. I asked before on this show for some people to send me shit for wrong advices, but they all ruined it by saying, this is for wrong advices. Don't put that in the fucking message. Just write me and be like, I want advice. And then I'll just give you wrong advices in a future video. But you have to actually ask for advice. And it has to be something that at least kind of seems like it might be real. I mean, you can make shit up and make it more entertaining or whatever, but it has to be within the realm of doubt. If something is just an outright troll job, it's probably not going to get to my attention. I love TJ so much I made a lemon pound cake and cried blood tears because he couldn't taste it. Also, hey, people expressing your opinion, you're un-American. Damn right. Nothing is more un-American than having an opinion that deviates from what the masses believe. I love you, my TJ. I love you too. You are the reason why I don't completely hate the USA. Well, thank you. DP meetup in Athens, Georgia. If you do come to our music town, come when the UGA students are all gone at the... I might as well just put up the fucking TJ in the chat thing because I'm just getting a shit ton of these right now for whatever reason. Come when the UGA students are all gone at the end of the fall or spring semester. Hashtag townies. Cool. I'm not ever coming there, but cool. Tell Scotty I said hi. He actually just left, so I can't tell him shit. I love you. I want to prop my balls on your underbite. You greasy, sexy, hut-looking motherfucker. I'm pretty turned on right now. I just came, and you're making me hard again. That's a feat, sir. That's a fucking feat. Unfortunately, I'm not into feet, bitch. So anyway, here's this guy again.
You can't.
All right, we're done with him, actually. Fuck him. He sucks. All right, so I know we've talked quite extensively about this shit, but let's keep talking about it until the end of time. This is an article from Vox that's actually pretty reasonably good. Why the ACLU defends white nationalists' right to protest, including in Charlottesville. I'm not going to read the whole article to you, but there is a quote from a guy named, what is his name? Something Essex? James Essex, director of the LGBT and HIV project at the ACLU. He's talking about Milo Yiannopoulos here. But why he's talking about why the ACLU stands for, Yiannopoulos' right to say whatever he wants to say. He says, without free speech protections, all civil rights advocacy could be shut down by the people in power, precisely because government doesn't agree with the ideas activists advance. That was true of the civil rights fights of the past. It's true of the movements facing pitched battles today. And it will be true of the movements of the future that are still striving to be heard. And Vox summarizes it pretty well here. The argument here is simple. While it's true today that the authorities in D.C. or Skokie or Charlottesville are working to block racist views, a few decades ago these government bodies may have been working to promote racist views. After all, it was only a few decades ago that different levels of government with support of much of the public were working to actively restrain minority rights through, for example, government-sanctioned segregation, restrictions on Black Americans' right to vote, and prohibitions on civil rights protests, particularly in southern cities. To create a barrier to this, The argument goes, governments should never be allowed to police free speech based on its content. Everyone gets a voice, and the public can then decide who's right through reasonable discourse and debate. So that's a pretty reasonable summation of the viewpoint. Now, it does go on to give the other viewpoint of like some speech is just too dangerous and too evil. But that's not how freedom of speech works. It's enshrined as the first amendment to the Bill of Rights. The First Amendment of the Bill of Rights, the amendment to the fucking Constitution and shit. It's the first one for a reason, because it's such a fundamental cornerstone of what makes this country different. Because when the founding fathers left Britain, I mean, it was primarily about they're taxing us too much and we're sick of it. But they had to have, after they actually did it and fought this big war and shit, they realized this war has to have been for something more than just taxation. We have to actually create something that has fundamental differences between us here and them there. And one of the things they decided to do was, look, let's make it to where people have the ability to voice opinions, even unpopular ones. Let's say that no matter what your opinion is, people might disagree with you. People might choose not to do business with you. People might choose not to associate with you. That's their business. But the government itself is not going to try to control your opinion. We are not going to come to you and say, you have this belief that we don't approve of, therefore you're under arrest and you're going to jail or whatever. So that's a cornerstone of what this country is about. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of them on the left, some of them on the right, who want to take that away from us, who want to deprive our country of that fundamental cornerstone of what makes us America. The ability to express yourself freely in an open marketplace of ideas, and to let not the government, but to let the people of the country decide where they stand, what they think about what you've said. Does that have certain dangers attached to it? Yes, but I think the dangers are worse of saying that the government has the rubber stamp, the government has control, because that's how you go down the road to fascism. That's how you go down the road to a fucking North Korea where no one's allowed to question the fucking will of the state. Going to take this opportunity to shill my fucking Patreon. If you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy the shit I do here, if you enjoy my regular videos, if you enjoy these Abandoned Hope videos, then consider supporting me here on my Patreon. I'm going to draw special attention to the $5 perk, which is you get access to a private show every month. I just did the private show yesterday. It went pretty well. I think people enjoyed it. Also, the $20 perk, where you can come into this Discord chat with me called TJ's War Room. Meet with them pretty frequently. Met with them on the 10th. I'm also meeting with them again on the 20th. I usually stick around for 2 to 3 hours in the Discord and just chat with people and hang out and have arguments and talk about movies and talk about politics and talk about YouTube shit and talk about whatever people want to talk about. It's a good time, and if that sounds like fun to you, it's a pretty cool atmosphere. So check it out, especially if you're a fucking neckbeard asshole. If you're actually like a super nice, soft-spoken person, maybe it's not a great atmosphere, actually. But if you're an argumentative, kind of nerdy neckbeard fuck who wants to fucking share strong opinions and have strong opinions shared with them, then there's probably a cool place to hang out. The main fucking thing is just, minimal level of respectfulness and shit. Not minimal as in totally minimal, but you know what I'm saying. You have to have some sort of respectfulness towards other people. But yeah, it's a cool perk. And if you don't want to do either of those, and maybe you just don't have that much money to give every month to a YouTuber, even just contributing $1 a month would be super helpful, because that's $12 a year. And, you know, enough people do that. That's super fucking helpful to keep this going, to keep me able to do this for a fucking living, to keep me able to come in here and give you my perspective and, you know, whatever you use it for. If you think I'm a fucking retard, if you think I'm a fucking genius, if you think I'm somewhere in between, doesn't matter. If you enjoy what I do, then consider giving to my Patreon. It's super cool. So here is a guy on the right who's also kind of setting himself up as an opponent of freedom of speech. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and address the chat here because I'm seeing a bunch more super chats have come in. My favorite Straight F song is the cop one. I forget what it's called, but that's my favorite. TJ, what's your favorite branch of the sciences? I like biology. I also like, even though it's maybe a softer science, I like evolutionary psychology, which is the one that kind of came under fire recently because a lot of that Google memo was based on the findings of evolutionary psychology. We need nuclear power to solve climate change. Next-gen nuclear shit eats waste and can't melt down. Zero emissions. 2/3 of U.S. Clean power currently. Switching to nuclear power actually would be a huge step towards solving the problem of climate change, but it does come with its own set of risks. And we've heard before that it's totally safe, and then a huge meltdown happens and it irradiates the fucking ocean. So we'll see. Hey, TJ, love your channel and the DP podcast. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you guys will tune in to Drunken Peasants tomorrow. That'll be happening. It usually happens around 6:30 or 7, so sometime around then. Yeah, bitch. So good, so magical. Anyway, this is a guy here. This is Sheriff David Clarke. You've probably seen him. He's kind of a personality. This is he's responding to a story about Raiders running back Marshawn Lynch sits during national anthem, and he says, "Here we go again. Worst part is the coach enabling by putting up with him. Order him to stand or be heavily fined." No, that's not. Once again, that's not how this shit works. I love how people are like, "Hey, America is all about freedom, and if you choose not to stand up and acknowledge that freedom, then fuck you. We'll take it away." It's like, no, he has the freedom to sit down. Don't lose your shit over it. He doesn't want to stand up for the magical song. Who gives a shit? Who honestly gives a shit? Not me, not you, not anybody. No one should. This is just Everyday Feminism. This is just their website. I don't have a specific article picked out. I just thought we'd go look at some of the headlines here. 3 ways men wanting to focus on her pleasure during sex can still be sexist. What do you want? Like, honestly, like, what the fuck do you want? Bitch. Come on. Give us a fucking break already. It's like, how getting everything you want and having a totally compliant, emasculated man that obeys your every whim because you have a vagina, how that might still be sexist. Fuck you. What more can the motherfucker possibly give? Why don't you just shoot him in the fucking head already? Because he'd be happy you're dead at this point. 8 steps white folks can take before unfriending a bigot on Facebook. What do you mean steps? What steps need to be taken? So you see someone on Facebook, you're like, I don't like them. Think I'm going to fucking unfriend them. And then you click a button and it happens. What fucking procedure is there beyond that? Who the fuck needs 8 steps of bullshit? Why are you giving yourself extra work? You know you don't get extra credit for it, right? They don't get, like, extra unfriended. Pieces of shit. Hey, man, glad I clicked on tonight. I feel educated. I'll spark one up for you. Stay high, my friend. Thank you, motherfucker. This shit would not be possible without motherfuckers like AC, Pink, Led Zeppelin, DC, motherfucking bitch. Yeah. That was cringy. I don't know why I did that. Why do I do anything I do, though? 15 poignant asexual confessions. What? Confessions? Today I saw a hot-ass bitch. Had a banging booty. It was fucking huge. And I felt nothing about it. Just didn't care. Didn't even get a boner or nothing, man. Because I'm asexual. What kind of confessions could asexuals have? Here we go. Oh, I fucked your girlfriend. What you gonna do about it? I don't know. Show me the tape and I'll decide how angry / aroused I am. 6 backhanded compliments that mentally ill people are tired of. All right, you got me. I'm kind of interested. Let's see. Why do they always have this fucking... They have an article before you can even get to the fucking list. Fuck you. Wow, you don't seem crazy at all. I mean, if I was crazy and someone's like, you don't even seem crazy, I'd be like, cool. Doesn't seem that backhanded. It could be worse. At least you don't have insert any mental illness here. People do that with everything, though. It's like, even if you express a problem here in the West, people are always like, oh, yeah, well, at least you don't live in where people just fucking starve to death and get beaten awake every morning by sticks. You know, people always got something like, at least I mean, if you complain to anyone about anything, they've always got some example of like, oh, well, at least you won't have this going on. But you're strong. Are you sure you need therapy, medication? Yeah, that's such a horrible thing to be called strong. Oh, I'm totally OCD sometimes too. Well, maybe they are. You know, it's a fucking... How come gender and all this other shit can be a spectrum, but these mental illnesses can't be? How come someone can't just have a little OCD, huh? I knew someone who had that. I'm glad you aren't like them. Cool. I can see how that one might stick in your craw a little bit. Don't talk like that. There's nothing wrong with you. Well, I mean, there's something wrong. Yeah, I mean, if he's got a mental illness, there's something wrong with him. That's more misguided than offensive. So there's that, I guess. Pretty dumb, pretty wasted fucking space article. 3 differences between the terms gay and queer and why it matters. It actually doesn't. You can go fuck yourself. Everyday fucking stupidity. I wanted to take you now into the wonderful world of the Donald for a moment. This is good. So, Matt Drudge, I don't know if you fuckers know this or not. Matt fucking Drudge. He was for Trump for a while, and he's kind of, as Trump's administration has chugged on along, he's kind of turned on Trump. So here's a thread on the Donald that says, I deleted Drudge from my bookmarks. Sorry, Matt, I'm not a racist because I voted for Trump. He can take his Make America Hate Again and choke on it. Either he has been blackmailed, or maybe he is some kind of closest. He actually says closest, but I think he meant closet trans person looking for revenge over the military ban. In any event, I don't even care. All I know is he has been getting worse and worse, and that headline last night was actually worse than anything CNN or MSNBC posted. He literally called everyone that supports MAGA a racist murderer. I couldn't believe me eyes. Couldn't believe me eyes! I wished he would come to his senses, but oh well. All right, so I want to show you something in this comments section here that I found. Okay, here we go. This is great. So here's this. Honestly, I think Drudge is dead or at gunpoint. So in their minds, the only way Drudge could have switched, like there's no way that Matt Drudge just looked at what the Trump administration is doing and said, you know what, I don't really support this. The only explanation to this person here is, honestly, I think Drudge is dead. So he's either dead and someone else has taken over his site, or he's at gunpoint being threatened. Like, you better write some anti-Trump shit. And he's like, okay, I'm doing it. If that's the case, he's just illustrating the dangers of being an urban recluse. Something changed 8 weeks ago. My money is that the Clinton machine moved on him. And then someone else says, that's why we'll always win. We support you, then when you flip sides, we don't follow. Yeah, That's why you're always going to win, because you're just stubbornly fucking on one path and no amount of reasoning to the contrary can get you to change your mind. Change in behavior is a sign. Think about the level of conformity enforcement going on there. What? You once supported Trump and now don't? This is a sign that the Clinton machine has moved on you. They think if they get him to push their agenda, we'll blindly follow without asking questions. What? You guys blindly follow? Who would ever think it? You guys do blindly follow. The first 3 sentences of your fucking paragraph are basically just a fucking billboard for what a fucking follower you are. You say you're always going to win because you never flip sides, and anyone who changes their behavior is obviously just been brainwashed by the MSM or some shit. You are a blind follower, sir. Wrong. Hey, mainstream media / deep state. We aren't sheep. No, sheep are smarter. But this next guy is the one I really was waiting to get to. Listen to this shit. My bet, the plan is to corner all Trump supporters off in here, then poof, make the Donald disappear. Once that's done, the next step is a coup, and they overthrow the elected president with some bullshit or another. They need to know it's not going to work. They need to know that we can still organize, and there are more of us than them. And they need to know we won't stop until they've lost everything if they keep pushing like this. So this went from, hey, Matt Drudge has changed his coverage and he doesn't really seem to support Trump anymore, to, well, he's obviously at gunpoint, to, well, that's why we're always going to win, because we don't change our minds ever under any circumstances. And then it went from there to, if these liberals keep trying to control us, we're going to kill them all! Kill them fucking sons of bitches! They left us no choice! You saw what they done! You saw what the fuck they done! Calm down, the Donald. I swear it's going to be okay, guys. It's going to be okay. Let's just would you guys just stop for a second with the gigantic leaps in logic from one thing to some totally unrelated thing that you have no fucking evidence for whatsoever? Stop taking these weird leaps of faith deeper and deeper into crazy town, all right? Could we do that? Could you fucking stupid sons of bitches get some sense in your fucking heads? You think you could manage that? It's pretty sad when I'm the one arguing for fucking sanity. Shit. Oh, but now it's time for me to defend myself. So I don't know how many of you guys, raise your hand if you saw my North Korea video. Raise your hand. Raise them hands. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. All right, I saw a hand raise. So, this is from the DP subreddit. My favorite place on the internet is called, So TJ is pretty much okay with genocide? So TJ is pretty much okay with genocide? He doesn't seem to care for the millions of North Koreans that will likely die from his solution, and the fallout in which thousands of Chinese, Japanese, South Koreans can die from too. So I'm gonna go a little deeper in here. So here's Porn Jorm. Says that video is probably one of his worst, most uninformed ones I've seen to date. I learned more watching his blueberry pie video than I did watching this. All right. TJ is really getting lazy. It seems like he doesn't spend any time researching issues before he talks on them. His main channel is a shell of its former self. So, research, huh? Didn't do enough research for you. Okay. Well, let's just confine ourselves for a moment to the facts. Just the facts alone. Here's some facts for you. North Korea, I think it was started in 1948, around there. It's been in control of the same family for 3 generations now. Started with Kim Il-sung, then it went to Kim Jong-il, then it went to Kim Jong-un. So it's been passed down from father to son through successive generations since 1948. And the reason that that family's been able to maintain control is because the people of North Korea literally believe that Kim Il-sung is God, and Kim Il-sung at the beginning of fucking time created the universe, and for some reason he decided at a random time in the 1900s to come on down from on high and incarnate himself as a man and start the greatest country whatever was, the DPRK, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, more commonly known as North Korea. He started it up, said, I'm God and I'm perfect and no one should challenge me and no one can challenge me, and anyone who does challenge me goes into a fucking prison camp to rot for all fucking time, whatever. That's a fucking fact. It's a fact that for the entire duration of the existence of this fucking country, they have been threatening everyone around them. And the threats have they get more and more serious, and with each successive fucking decade that passes, they get closer and closer to having the capabilities to do the sorts of things they say they want to do. They've been trying to get ICBMs forever. Guess what? Now they have them. That's a fact. They now have ICBMs. Can they get nuclear warheads on those ICBMs? Yes, they can. So North Korea, a country that constantly threatens the entire world, or at least everything that's even vaguely in its reach, except for China, they now have weapons of mass destruction. They now have a weapon of mass destruction that they can launch at their leisure towards the United States, towards Japan, towards Guam, which they're actively threatening right now. Now, there's only so many things you can actually do about North Korea. You can attack them and try to wipe out their capabilities, which if any country could pull that off, it's ours. And would some people die? Yeah. But is that better than suffering a nuclear attack against our own country? In my opinion, it is. There's other things you could do. You could try to use, we already sanctioned the fuck out of them, but you could try to choke them out. You could try to stop supply lines from China going to North Korea. You could try to actually starve the fucking country because they've never been too good at growing their own food there. So you could do that. Or you could just ignore them. You just ignore them and hope they don't ever do anything. So you have an aggressive approach and you have a sort of, try to fucking fight a bloodless, like, Cold War with them kind of approach. And you have a sort of just completely passive approach of just like, we aren't going to worry about that. We just think they're all hot air. We think it's all talk. My problem with those latter two options is that North Korea, from a military perspective, they've only been getting stronger. You could talk about how their people are starving and how their infrastructure is crumbling and how they're a joke and how, they've not been a sustainable country for quite a while now. But the fact is that what they actually pour their resources into, which is expanding their military capabilities, they seem to have done it. And if that trend holds, they're only going to get more and more powerful in terms of their military might. So maybe we should take it seriously. I don't think it's that irrational of an idea to at least discuss the possibility that we should do a strike against them before they even have an opportunity to do a strike against us. That's my position. And if you're going to call it uninformed or you're going to call it stupid, then it's incumbent on you, I think, to actually explain why. You don't just get to say, you're lazy and you didn't research. All right, well, give me your position. Tell me what you think should be done. And give me some sort of reason backing that up. Tell me why you think the way you do, and tell me why you think what I'm saying is wrong. I think that if you're not going to do that, then fuck off. If you're not going to provide any sort of substantive argument, then you're really just here to hear yourself fucking talk. And I'm not interested in hearing you go. Anybody could do that. Anybody could say, oh, you're wrong and you're dumb and you're wrong. Any fucking retard can do that, which is why that's the depth of the fucking criticism you see here. Because it's literally the easiest thing in the fucking world. Thanks for the joint. I see we have a super chat here. The issue is China is saying that they will be against whoever fires the first shot. So obviously, China's not going to do shit to us. China's not going to do shit to the United States of America. You have any idea how financially entangled China is with us? You know, they might have interest in North Korea, but their interests with us go way deeper, and there's way more money involved. So the worst we're going to get from China if we fire the first shot, especially when North Korea is talking all this endless amounts of shit, the worst we're going to get from China is like, yeah, you guys shouldn't have done that. Now, if we actually nuked North Korea, China would have a little bit more to say because they're not going to want our radiation coming into their fucking country and shit. But if we use more conventional weaponry, I don't think China is going to come to us and cause too much shit. I think they're just going to fucking reprimand us strongly and, you know, maybe there'd be some fucking sort of acrimony between the countries for a little while, but I don't see that coming any sort of like U.S. and China are at each other's throats now. I just want to say, like, if you think white supremacists are bad, just say I like Trump amid a group of liberals and you'll wish you were with the former. Maybe so. I don't know. That could be accurate, or maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it ain't. 1 second. Turn off. Okay. So let's take a look here. I want to show you guys. Hold on. Someone just sent another one. Did you know Zyklon B can't evaporate at room temperature? I didn't know Zyklon B was a Jew. I thought they used that to kill Jews. Because I'm told that's what those parentheses mean. $5 says North Korea has just one ICBM and the rest are cardboard cutouts. I mean, who knows? We don't really know too much about what's going on in their country. Anyway, these are some terrible feminist comics that I found. And you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to maybe do a real video on these because they're super awful. But I'll give you a small taste here on this show. Here's an example of one. So a guy comes into a bar. He's wearing a shirt that says, "This is what a feminist looks like." And you see here, this bitch, Natty, whatever. She's the main character. She sees it and she's like, what the fuck? And she gets mad. The dude goes up and he's like, this feminist will have a chai latte. She grabs him and she's like, who told you you were a feminist? Was it a woman? And he's like, no. Who bought that shirt? I bet it was you. It was. I'm a fraud. I'm done saying I'm a feminist. Good. Now hurry up and be done peeing your pants. You're getting the floor slippery. Oh, she's a badass. She don't take no shit off no motherfucking man, bitch. Hell no. Oh, here's another one. This fat bitch walking down the street. The other one's named Natty, so I suppose this is her sister, Fatty, or some shit. I don't know. So she walking down the motherfucking street, this dude behind her, and he's all evil and shit. And she rounds the corner, and he's like, hey, baby, but she got a fucking cannon, and she fucking blows his goddamn motherfucking head off, bitch! Girl power, motherfucker. Girl power. Girl power, Chelsea. Girl power. Broad power. Damn right you like it. This fucking empowers these dames, these broads. Here's another one. This fucking piece of shit man holds the door open for her. She don't say shit. So he's like, you know, a thank you would have been nice. And then she beats the fucking shit out of him. Ah! Oh, shit, yeah. Beat his ass, girl. Girl power, bitch. Woo! Yeah! Get high-pitched up in this motherfucker right now. What about this one here? So this guy's eating with fucking Fatty here. He says, so you're bi. Does that mean you're into threesomes? And she spits out, it looks like a mushroom or something. I don't know what's in that shake. And she pulls out a fucking bazooka. I hope I'm using bazooka right this time. And he's like, and then she fucking blows his fucking face up, dude. Ah, bitch. Oh, motherfucker. And then in this one, they beat the shit out of some dude for saying some shit they didn't like. And then in this one, this guy punches Nixon. And then in this one, I don't know what's going on. And then in this one, she fucking belches in some dude's face, I guess. I don't know. And then she punches this guy because he said, gee, Natty, why are you so mad all the time? And then she's like, that alone is enough for me to beat your ass, bitch. He's like, why aren't you? Male scum. Fuck yeah, bitch. Rip that motherfucker apart. And, you know, and it goes on like that. And it's fucking, like, the punchline to, like, 90% of these is like, Natty is out somewhere when all of a sudden a fucking man says something. And then Natty or this fat bitch here that she's lesbians with or whatever the fuck is going on with their dynamic. I mean, it's not like any of these characters actually have any character. These are just like, we're tough bitches and we don't take no shit off no menfolk, motherfucker. So they just like, anytime a man speaks to them like, hey, what's up? They're like, what's up? This is a fucking sign of patriarchy. And then they pull out a fucking, you know, meat cleaver or something and chop his fucking balls out and shove them down his fucking throat. Because that's how feminism is, bitch. That's what we stand for. Just, if anyone says something you don't like, violence against them. First option, first recourse, not the last recourse, bitch. You gotta just be violent with them fucking menfolk, motherfucker. But remember, if women ruled the world, it'd be so much more peaceful. Oh, it'd be so nice. Oh, fuck this. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna do a fucking video on that. Probably just by itself because they're worth delving into a little deeper. Last thing I want to mention before I go is I do have a VidMe, vid.me/TJ Kirk. If you're tired of Google and Google's bullshit and the way Google fucking tries to control our shit, then yeah, maybe start watching my shit on VidMe. I post it there pretty much simultaneously. And in fact, I post some shit there I don't post here. This is me and Paul watching a movie called Chinese Super Ninjas. We tried to watch it over on his Cinema for Cynics channel for our show Cynics versus Cinema. Kind of like a less clever and more angry version of MST3K. So we do that over there. You should check it out. We got one on Paul's channel where we sit down and watch Tammy and the T-Rex, and we got one over on myvid.me of us watching a terrible martial arts movie called Chinese Super Ninjas. And be sure to check out Paul's channel over at cinemaforcynics.com and subscribe to that. He does some fucking pretty cool movie reviews. Now I'm just gonna wrap shit up by doing a little bit of a fucking farewell to the chat here where we just kind of hang out and talk, me and the chat. Hey, chat, how you doing, bitch? So the first question is Daria a feminist? I don't think Daria, I mean, I think maybe Daria was a feminist how it was at that time. like, 90s version of fucking feminism. You could probably qualify her in there. I don't remember her ever explicitly identifying as a feminist during the show. But, and in fact, there is a feminist character in Daria that's kind of portrayed as like an irrational, man-hating bitch, and Daria does dress her down a few times. But I think you could probably consider Daria on the more tolerable end of the feminism spectrum. I don't think, and once again, I can't guess at what a fucking fictional character would do or react to a certain social norm, but I mean, she wasn't really much of a joiner, so I really don't think she would be too down for this new iteration of Tumblr feminism. I think she'd probably mock both sides and want very little to do with either of them. That'd be my sort of take on what her character is. We kill North Korea, and then what? Another crazy becomes their new god, and we're in the same position. Well, I mean, I think part of what you do against North Korea, and once again, I'm not a military person. I don't think any civilian knows what level of intelligence we have on North Korea, or how many of their silo sites we have knowledge of. But presuming that we know about where their silos are, I think it'd be a pretty reasonable idea to just try to blow all those up, try to take away their capability of fighting back, just try to basically make their military impotent. That'd be the strategy I would be advocating. Just a very sudden, crippling attack, if that's possible to pull off. Maybe the reason that hasn't been done is because it's not practical. Like I said, I'm not a military person. I don't have the facts I'd need to even figure this out, even if I were. What are you doing? What's going on down there? Crazy. Can I hump your dump chump till your rump dumps cumps? Sure. Do what you got to do. We're on the verge of World War III and Civil War II, and Donald Trump is president. Dark days ahead, but interesting dark days. Don't say at least we don't get to live in fucking dull times, all right? At least we get to live in cool times, and if we survive, we get to do interviews for, like, I don't know, not the History Channel because they suck now, but some historical documentary down the line will chronicle this time in American history, and maybe you and I can sit down and do an interview for that and be like, man, that was some crazy shit, let me tell you. So that could be fun. You never know. Fuck the world. See, that's what I like to hear on Abandon Hope. That's exactly the reaction I want everyone to have by the time an episode wraps up is, hey, fuck this world, fuck everything in it. Why did I ever think for a second that anything was ever going to work out? This world is dog shit. Kill it all. Kill it with fire. Burn it to the fucking ground. Who gives a shit? So with that in mind, oh shit. I guess I'll keep this going as long as these keep coming, I guess. Why are you a cis male scum, evil, white, straight male? I didn't choose. I mean, first of all, I'm not straight, so there's a problem there. I am cis, I am male, I am scum, I am evil, and I am white. But I'm not straight, and I am male. So I'm not completely all of those things. I'm cis because I don't want to chop my dick off. It's already small enough as it is. You said male twice. I don't know. I was born male, so that's just how I roll. Why am I scum? I don't know. Maybe it was hereditary. Evil, because evil is way more advantageous to be than good. I'm not straight, and once again, I was just born male, so there's why on all those. Michael Bailey just gives 666 in honor of our Dark Lord Satan. Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Archangelo! Why are you a cis male? I already answered that. Did you ask that twice? The solar eclipse is going to happen just a few days around the time Kim Jong-un's attack takes place. The end truly is nigh. Damn, abandon hope, I guess. Fuck yeah, Blue Noble. Abandon all hope. Don't even think for a second that anything is going to work out. Don't even think for a fucking second that this world is anything but a festering ball of fucking shit. Now, I'm going to get going. I know a lot of you guys probably are eager to go watch your Game of Thrones and your Rick and Mortys and all that nonsense. So have fun with your stupid fucking bullshit. I'm going to watch Rick and Morty and Game of Thrones as well, actually. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's awesome having you. I see this person gave a random amount, 836, and just said blarg. Yeah, just once again, thanks. Remember, I got new t-shirts in my t-shirt store. Remember, if you enjoy my shit, support me on Patreon. Remember, if you're sick of Google shit, to follow me on vid.me/TJ Kirk. A lot of these links are here at the bottom of the screen when I'm on the main Abandon Hope screen, you see. You got my shirt thing there, got my Patreon shit there, got my VidMe shit there. Also, my little social media stuff, my Facebook, my Twitter, all that good shit. So I will see you motherfuckers later. I'll put the fucking butt of the day up again for a second there so people can gawk at that. Your gawking time is beginning now. Do 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 do. All right. Thanks for watching. Abandon Hope. I'll see you guys whenever I find the time and/or energy to do this again. Peace out.